Donnie is the Associate Executive Director of IAABO, as they like to say outside of New York. And we're happy to have Donnie tonight.
Thanks, Jim and Carrie, for the opportunity to present tonight. Very good speaker lineup to be following here, led off by Debbie Williamson and Diana and Al. I appreciate the opportunity. The International Association of Pro Basketball, next year we'll be celebrating our 100th anniversary. The organization was founded in 1921. We have over 16,000 members worldwide, so we're dealing with all basketball at all levels. We have about 128 local boards spanning 38 U.S. states, 11 foreign countries. We deal with the basketball rules. We have a member of the National Federation Rules Committee, mechanics and officiating techniques, and develop curricula for others organizations to use. Our stated purpose, which is in our manual, educate and train high school basketball officials, promote the welfare of the game through its players and officials, have available at all times an adequate number of thoroughly trained officials. As everyone knows, that's becoming a challenge these days. Maintain the highest standards of basketball officiating and encourage spirit of fair play and sportsmanship. We work with all organizations from FIBA, the NBA, National Federation, NCAA, and NASO. With that, we have about 500 members in Canada. So we're in the process. For those of you that don't know, we actually have an online training course. It's called IAABO University. And it's an online study course, just very similar to a college course that you can take. And at the end, you take the IAABO certification exam, and then we turn you over to the local board for the on the court training. We're in the process right now of developing that for FIBA and also looking at doing something for NCAA women's because of what's going on in New York State with high school girls playing the women's college rules. Our organization, myself and Felix Adio, 2 full-time employees, but we couldn't do it without a support staff. We have 4 co-coordinators on the screen, experts in their field. At the high school level, we have David Smith from Colorado, who we rely heavily on for the NCAA information. He's also assists Bobby Dibler in the Big Sky with the NCAA men. What do we do for you? We have a membership card that everybody gets at the beginning of the year. We're in the process of reworking our entire website, which is going to have a calendar of events. Currently, we have a speaker series going on, which we plan on continuing. This week, we have Scott Bachhansen from Board 255 in Virginia. He's on tomorrow night at 8. And then Wednesday, we have Penny Davis from the NCAA. She's the J.D. Collins of the women. She'll be on Wednesday. This past week, we had Sue Blau from the WNBA. We've also had Debbie Williamson on. We appreciate her supporting our organization. And next week, we have John Levinson. We have a New Yorker that's moved south. Dr. David Walker is going to be speaking to our officials next week. So we're looking forward to those presentations. In addition, we are taking every one of those Zoom sessions and turning it into a recording. And IAABO has just developed a YouTube station, and we'll be playing those at various times throughout the summer. And there'll be a schedule of that listed on the IAABO website. We have a member recognition program where we do certificates and anniversary pins. The pins have just been reworked, so they look phenomenal. Every member of IAABO at the high school level receives a rule book, case book, and approved 2 and 3 mechanics manual. Our mechanics manual is different from the National Federation mechanics manual, whereas it's written by basketball officials for basketball officials, and it breaks it down from an official's point of view. So if you've not seen that, it's a piece of work that everybody should carry in their bag for all their high school. We've got a transfer program for IAABO members. If you move out of state or if you're moving into IAABO into another board area, we make the transition fairly simple for you. We also provide general liability insurance for all of our members, and we have other discounted rates for game fee reimbursement, some excess medical, different things like that. Some of our organizations still wear the gray. We're transitioning. Maine was probably the last holdout, and I believe this year they're probably going to split before they go back to all black and white. We use Smitty as an official supplier, and they're a great corporate sponsor for IAABO Inc. We also provide pregame instruction cards for scorers, timers, and shot clock operators, which we make available online. And you can go online, you can actually download that. We've got a sportorial, which is a 16-page basketball-specific periodical, and we're expanding that. Currently, we have a page for FIBA. We're also going to be expanding a page for NCAA men and NCAA women. And what I mean by that is we'll look to those experts in those areas to provide us information for our periodical that keep everybody abreast of what's happening. The sportorials are delivered direct to your inbox. We use a mail service that we can reach out and touch all 16,000 IAABO members. For those of you that are IAABO members, during the past month or so, we've been reaching out pretty much every other day to let you know what's going on. In addition, we conduct some officiating schools in the summertime. Obviously, they're all up in the air for the current season. And ours all only deal with training and educating. IAABO does not have any assignments. So we're very similar to MAGBO. We're interested in training you and educating you as a basketball official. And then you're on your own for the assignments. But we'll make you the best basketball official that you can be in order to get the better assignments. We also have a Inside the Lines, which is our weekly newsletter that we send out. And in that newsletter, we include a play of the week for high school basketball for National Federation. We just developed, and it'll be released tomorrow morning, our first women's college/high school for the New York group. That'll be released tomorrow. That play looks fantastic. Thanks to Kelly Callahan for putting that together. In addition, we're going to start featuring FIBA play and also CBOA, which is the Collegiate Basketball Officials Association, which is an organization of about 750 college men's officials, primarily Division II and III on the East Coast. They're also coming into IAABO within the next 6 to 8 months. We have clinicians and instructors. So we have Fox clinics where we send, if an organization is interested in having an IAABO so-called expert come out to your organization to support you, we'll send them out. And normally it's funded by the IAABO Foundation in order to help you. We also have examinations, and we're very excited. We have a refresher exam currently, and then we have another exam that is the first and last Monday in November, and then a spring exam. This year, the refresher exam historically has been yes and no. We're in the process of making that a basketball game simulation where it'll take you from the beginning of the game through the end, and you'll go online and you'll watch video plays, you'll see still pictures, and then you'll take the exam. We envision it taking about 90 minutes to take that exam. So that's very exciting, and we're moving in that direction. So these are our numbers currently in IAABO. Like I said, we have about 16,000 members. The number of active women in IAABO last year was 138. You can see the numbers there from 18 and 19 across the board. So we put together 2 years ago a basketball officiating for women brochure that we pass out to all of our schools, and board secretaries reach out to us, and we provide these to them free of charge so they can pass out. Denise Brooks, when we had our first women's officiating school in New Haven, Connecticut, Denise helped us out, and she came up and volunteered her time. And also pictured there, you can see Kelly Callahan. So we had strictly women. So it was an all-female camp for women's basketball officials. So we didn't have any men's officials involved with it. The next slide is just the backside of that brochure. Talks about, benefits of officiating, staying involved, get in shape, all those good things, and tells you how to get involved with IAABO. This just appeared in our latest issue of Sportorials. This is Mia Barbary from Board 7 in Connecticut, and she was officiating a men's game, and they highlighted her in the local paper. And then what we did was we contacted the editor, and we paid a small fee to actually reprint that in Sportorial. So then all of our basketball officials get to see the women in sport for basketball and not just the locals. Depicts the IAABO Life Member. So a life membership for IAABO is the highest honor that anyone can receive. It's very similar to being put into the Hall of Fame. For those of you that don't know, and I would ask you a poll question if I could, but how many officials are in the Basketball Hall of Fame? There's 13, and 9 of them are IAABO members. So we're not too bad as far as statistics when it goes to the Basketball Hall of Fame. But these ladies are actual IAABO life members, and we just figured out we've got some more. That was the previous slide. As far as 135 are eligible for life membership based on their years of service. So we've got about 1,000 women's basketball officials in IAABO. And then, if you have any questions, that's my number, our website. You can always reach me at deppley@iabo.org. It's very simple, but we're looking forward to working with MAGBO, and we've been speaking with Carrie for about the last year, and Felix and I are just here to support. Any questions or concerns?
We'll send those questions out, Donnie, because I see a couple of them coming up. And that slide of 138 women on IAABO, Really like to see that increase. So,
Carrie, I was misspoken on that one. That's the actual number of women that are eligible for life membership.
oh,
We've got about 1,000 members in IAABO
okay.
on the women's side, so it's a little less than 10%.
Wow.
But
Okay. Well,
those are ladies that have longevity. So, and the boards, they're responsible for submitting nominations for the life membership. When we just had our women's coordinating committee meeting, that was brought to their attention to reach out and make sure, they've got to be, involved in on the committees and different things like that. So just not officiating, but actually giving back to the game.
we're looking forward to continuing to work with you and to try to get some of our members involved in IAABO. Donnie, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great night.